Everyone says this snowy grass block is the rarest item in Minecraft, but no, it's not even close. And this random tropical fish is actually more rare. It has a 1 out of 2700 chance of spawning. And the snowy grass block, I already have one, but not just one, an entire island of them. Yeah, it's super easy to get and just not rare, but the tropical fish is. And it turns out there are 20 items just as rare, and I'm gonna collect all of them. Starting with a bottle of enchantment. All we gotta do is fly to a pillager outpost and grab one. And it's actually not too much more rare, but each item I get is gonna get more and more rare, to a point where we're literally gonna be in the billions of chances. Yep, not even joking. Next up, a rabbit's foot. It's got a 10% drop rate, which sounds fine until you realize how many rabbits that actually means. Yeah, that was not pretty. But we finally got one. Let's go ahead and add it to the collection. Boom, there we go. Now the poisonous potato. It only drops 2% of the time when you harvest regular potatoes. And I'm not doing that by hand. So bam, I built this little machine that handles all the tedious work for me. It only took me a few minutes to build, so let's hope it works. All we gotta do is place some right here and it makes it fully automatic. All right, there it is. That did not take long at all. Boom, that is 2 done. And yes, it's more rare than the snowy grass block. The next few items are rare, but not because they're hard to get. It's because no one uses them, and I bet you don't even have these items. Like a candle. Why would I use this over a torch? It doesn't make sense. A cake, you can't even pick it back up. A glycerin melon, look, I played Minecraft for 10 years and I still don't know what this does. And a dead bush, because that deserves a spot on the rarest wall in Minecraft. Obviously. These aren't difficult to get, but they're still more rare, so I'm adding them to the wall. And that clears out the easy rare items. From here on out, the items only get more rare and way more hard to find. Next up being a large fern and tall grass. Sounds pretty easy to get, right? No, because you can't shear it, you can't craft it, and you can't even bone meal it. So how the heck do we get it? Well, the only way is by looting a savannah village. Yeah, it's that kind of rare. So I went chest hunting, and quite honestly found a bunch of garbage until I hit the jackpot. Yo, let's go, finally. 1 large fern and 1 tall grass. 2 more items on the wall. Looking pretty good so far, I ain't gonna lie. Next up, the nautilus shell. I think I'm saying that right. And this one is way more time consuming than it should be. You can either get it from killing a drown holding one or by fishing. And I chose fishing. I don't know why. Let's just hope it doesn't take too long. Oh my gosh, we finally got one, bro. I don't even want to talk about how long that took. On the wall it goes. Next up is something a little harder. Dragon's breath. And to get it, I have to respawn the ender dragon. Yeah, this is gonna suck. But all I need is for him to shoot his breath. And then I can scoop it up with a bottle. Alright, and I've got no use for you now. So problem solved. And there's actually one more thing I can do with it. I can craft a lingering potion, which is technically the rarest potion type in the game. Not that anyone actually uses it, but hey, rare is rare. And that's 2 more on the wall. Next up is kind of a weird one, because I need every single goat horn in the game. And to do that, I need to build an entire goat smacking facility. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, but let me show you. First, I made a platform for the goats to walk on. Then built the center where they would smack their heads. Underneath, a collecting system with hoppers, chests, and soul sand. Why soul sand? Well, it's not a solid block, meaning that if the goats break the horns, it should fall through the soul sand into the hoppers and then into the chest. Now, to make it work, I added a chicken and a boat in the middle. This is how I get the horns. Why did that happen? Okay, my mistake. I needed to add 2 chickens. Now I just have to bring in a few goats and then breed these guys until we have a lot. And that might take a while. And yes, I included screaming goats too, because they drop special horns that you can't get from regular ones. So while we wait for the goat rage to kick in, I figured I'd knock out some of the smaller, rare items. First, a totem of undying. And I already got one, so boom, there we go. Next, a nether star. Well, that didn't take long. Star acquired. Alright, moving on. Now I need a full netherite block, which hopefully won't take forever since I've got stacks of TNT. All I gotta do is blast a giant hole and not blow myself up in the process. Okay, let's go ahead and craft it, and now we finally have the netherite block. Looks perfect in my collection. Next up, horse armor. There are 4 types, but turns out you can only craft the leather one. The rest, well, you gotta find them in chests, which would have been great to know before I wasted my time trying to craft them and then going insane. Anyway, so I started looting temples and dungeons and eventually got them all. Boom, that's another batch of the rare stuff done. And we're looking pretty good so far. All right, the goats have been running wild this whole time. So let's see what we've got. Hopefully we got them all. No way. That's every single goat horn, including the screaming ones. Honestly, I wasn't sure if this farm would work, but hey, here they are. Let's place them down and bam, the full goat horn collection. Another one for the wall. Before we move on, I'm gonna build a quick trident farm because trust me, we're gonna need one later. There are 2 secret rare items that I want to get. You can only get them with a trident, and believe it or not, they're more rare than the mob heads. Got one, now let's go ahead and enchant it. All right, perfect. But now we've got a new problem. To use it, we need a thunderstorm. And yeah, this could take a while. So while we wait for that to happen, let's get every music disc in the game. And yeah, this one's gonna be chaotic because to get him, I need a skeleton to kill a creeper, which hasn't been working out for me. And I do not have the patience to wait for skeletons to perfectly shoot a creeper. So I remember this weird old video where they got a skeleton to light TNT and blew up a pit full of creepers. Yeah, I'm trying that. So first I gotta dig a hole, build a wall of TNT, drop some glass in front, put a skeleton behind it, then add lava in front of it. Okay, now let's get some oh my god. Get some creepers to put in the pit. Okay, they keep blowing up. In the pit you go. And the second one, there we go. All right, we got quite a few now. Okay, now I just gotta go behind the wall and make a little window and hope the skeleton shoots the TNT. And not me. Oh, wait, there we go. And there we go. Just like that, it actually freaking worked. I have all of these music discs now, but we're still missing a few. How? All right, round 2. And okay, there we go. Now let's fly back and place them on the wall. And we now have every music disc. Almost. Because there is still 3 you cannot get this way. One being pick step. Well, I already got it, so we can put that there too. Other side, I already got that one too. But the last one needs disc fragments. And the only place you can find those is deep inside an ancient city. Yeah, this might take a while. Look, actually, all we gotta do is just be very sneaky. Yo, there's 2 enchanted golden apples in here? The odds of that are actually pretty low. We accidentally found a rare item. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got 5 out of 9 so far. Okay, we got another one. Just 3 more left. Oh god, I spawned one. Oh god. Oh my god, he is right in front of me. Punch you. Oh, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Bro, why is my character not flying? Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, we're gonna pretend like that never happened. Anyways, I've got the fragments. Let's craft it, and boom. Every music disc in Minecraft done. Oh, speaking of, the thunderstorm is finally happening. Okay, I've got no time to waste. I have to go. And first stop, the Mushroom Island. So like a mushroom cow with a trident, and it transforms into a brown mushroom. Feed it a flower, and just like that, we got suspicious stew. One of the weirdest, rarest items in the game. No idea what's in this. Probably trauma or something. But next up, the mob heads. And everyone says these are some of the rarest items in Minecraft. But I think these are pretty easy to get. All you need to do is strike a creeper with your trident, it turns it into a charged creeper, then just take a zombie and make it explode the zombie. Dang, that was accidental, but it freaking worked. What the heck? We got the zombie head. All right, let's try to get the skeleton now. Oh. Dang, no way. First try again? See, I told you, these are easy to get. Lastly, a creeper blowing up a creeper, which shouldn't be too difficult. Dang, first try on every single one. Bro, these are so easy. Okay, and now there's actually one more head that we can get from a charged creeper. It's actually the piglin head. Now, this one is the one that people say is the rarest item in Minecraft, but it's so easy to get. All you gotta do is bring a charged creeper to the nether and then have it blow up a piglin. Boom. That's really not that hard. Now, only 2 mob heads left. The wither skeleton skull and the dragon head. So we're heading back to the nether to grab the skull, then flying out to the inn ship to grab the head. All right, and... oh shoot, it fell. All right, we got it. Perfect, that's both of them. And just like that, every mob head in Minecraft collected. And while I was at it, I ended up getting 2 extra creeper heads because I needed them for 2 secret rare items that I teased earlier. First, a creeper head firework. It literally shoots a creeper face into the sky. Super rare. Totally pointless, but still counts. Second, the creeper banner pattern. One of the most overlooked rare items in the game. All right, boom, 2 more down. And the rare item wall is getting pretty packed. I mean, it's looking pretty good. But we're not finished yet, because now I'm moving on to the items that barely no one has ever gotten in hardcore Minecraft. But in order to get them, I need to downgrade my version to a very special version called 1 block at a time, which is an April Fool's version Minecraft added in the past. And we are on this version because, as you can see, all of the Endermen in the inn spawn with random blocks in their hands, and they place them down. As you can see from this block, they actually do spawn with whatever they want. Now, before I show you how I'm going to collect them, let's go AFK for a couple of hours and give the Enderman time to place down all of the rare blocks that we need. Alright, it's been a couple hours later and there are a lot more blocks. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Now, the blocks I need should be on the ground. I just gotta find them. I only need 2, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, look at that. We already found one. A player head. This is the only mob head that you can't get in Survivor Minecraft. And we're also here to collect a spawner, since you can actually break them in this version and pick them up. But now we're looking for a invisible barrier block, which it's gonna be kind of hard to find because it's invisible. I don't even want to talk about how long that took, but we found the invisible barrier block. Now, in order to bring this home with me, I gotta put buttons underneath the blocks. And now when I click them, the blocks should fall down and I can now walk through them. Now from here, all I gotta do is swap this end dimension with my main world's end dimension. And now this is the fun part. Once I jump in here, the end dimension should be filled with all of those crazy blocks. Oh my god, and I think it worked. Oh my god, no freaking way. We got the spawner, barrier block, and the freaking player head. If these endermen will move, oh my god. I'm so glad we got this. I've always wanted to get a player head in Survivor Minecraft, and now we finally have one. And now that I think about it, I literally made the rarest end in all of Minecraft. I mean, look at all these rare blocks. It's not every day that you see this either. Can I walk through it? Oh, it takes me here. Okay, now we can add the spawner and the barrier block to our collection. And of course, I gotta make room in our mob head collection for the player head. All right, and now we have every single rare item in the game. That's more rare than the snowy grass block. But you're probably wondering what's inside of this chest. Well, it's Minecraft's rarest book. Check this out. You open it up and it says... Was that funny?